I'm doing Lollipop XYZ. Like, by the way, I wrote this story and yeah. So, you're in a spaceship. And you couldn't sleep all night. Everybody else got some sleep, but you didn't because X was screaming. Lollipop saw that you looked exhausted because he woke up in the middle of the night. He asked, "Hey, Urine, why are you so flappable?" Since you didn't know what flappable means, you said, "What?" She answered with, "You look exhausted." She kindly brought you to her and pulled you close in a big tight hug. She told you could sleep for the night because Egg stopped screaming. You finally heard her leave while you passed out. The next day, you were toughly aggressively shooken up. You saw that you felt you couldn't breathe. There was no more oxygen because somebody burst open the window. Whoever the dumb person was, you hated them. Bubbly told you to download more air. Well, you heard, "You have been hacked." Right now, you couldn't bear to see who it was. Of course, it was for. He said whoever had the most birds could get air. The first exact person who was safe was Bubble. The second was Teardrop. Leafy was safe too. Lollipop gripped you in a hug tight. Four began to say, "So is Lollipop." And Wyatt, you're Ed. Ruby was the one with the most amount of votes. He had to go. Bubble gave him some air, which made Lollipop extremely happy. Lollipop got in her tone and said, "Care to give me some air? No straw needed." It made you jealous to see Lollipop flirting with Bubble. Bubble said Lolly and smacked the Lollipop as hard as he can. But not least, Gelatin got some air too. Lollipop told you to rest some more until they get to the sun. 8 minutes later, Lollipop carried you when they got to the sun. He placed you on the floor where you felt a drip of goose on your face. Oh my god. Ruby told Lollipop to go in the spaceship because she was goozing all over the place. She agreed and carried you with her. Well, Lollipop set you down in a corner and started to wipe all the goose and ooze off your face that she melted by her lollipop grape taste and flavor, whatever. She said, "Hey, wait, and why, and, even though I was flirting with Bubble earlier, I really actually like you." In horror as Lollipop just stabbed your mom. You stutteringly said, You like me?" While stuttering over a million times. Lollipop said, "Yes, I love you, YN, and you're the first and only girl I would ever say this to." While she kissed you on the mouth, you tasted her grapey tasting color. So you do actually taste good. Bye, and I'm gonna do like another episode. So 22. Lollipop is actually happy for the other team have nots to be outside. But then he turned sad and apologized. If he agrees and says we should let them in. Lollipop regrets what he says and says, "Let me restart what I said." Haha, they are out there. Leafy kept arguing with Lollipop until Lollipop suggested Leafy go outside. Leafy agreed. Oh my god, sorry guys. I was like, you weren't happy for Lollipop and told Lollipop you should go apologize. Lollipop said, "No, not right now." He almost said B. He said be in his world and then stuttered. It's like, oh, the team were confused, but then they told team, Leafy's gone, let's party. They all started to party. And then a couple minutes later, you get popped into a court-looking room, and Forrest says, which one of you have sold Donut's diary? Dun, dun, dun. The have-nots were going to be questioned, and the have-cots were going to get some answers. Bubble was choose to ask first because he asked to be asking the questions, if that even makes sense. He was suspicious of 4, but then 4 killed her. Did you just say he? 4 said, oops, I killed her. Then needed another questioner. Gelatin asked, Squarey or Blocky? Yeah, Blocky. Where was he? He was going to jet class. He said, hey, is this where I know how to find a jet? Jem said, yes, it sure is. That's why it's called blah, 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 skip, skip, skip. Blocky pranked all of them, and Lollipop was the next asker. He said, Woolly, come up to the stand. Woody, I meant. Lollipop didn't think Woody as a suspect. He just wanted to know. 4 had to translate everything for Woody. So Woody was on his way to jet flying class. Shape thought he was pranking them, and he had 5 Woody. He said, the evil, scary 4 showed up and said, protect Donut's diary or I will eat all of you. Then he said Leafy came out of nowhere, and aka the one who stole everything. Leafy swung Flowery around, but Woody thought they were snakes. Woody's battery juice began to start low. He ran, but then Ford called for steak and steak. That's all he could really remember before going to the court. Lollipop thought that was good to know. Fiery wanted Leafy for some questions. Lollipop groaned and said, I don't understand. Wasn't these 2 just best friends? Gelatin went off about the things how they became best friends and all, but then that hadn't talk sense. Lollipop suggested that Gelatin and her teamed up. So they did and made a handshake with their feet. 4 thought that was inappropriate to do in a court. Blah, 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 skip, 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 more skips. Leafy got asked, so, Leafy, where were you? Fiery got asked. You know what? Just replace all the times I said Leafy with Fiery, okay? Fiery got asked, so, Fiery, where were you when the diary was stolen? Fiery said Leafy stole the diary, but he was trying to figure out what Flower and Taco was talking about, because what was so precious about that precious donut freaking diary? So he decided to blah 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 with their differences, blah 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 blah, more skip. Yeah, whatever. So he tried to budge in and be like, yeah, y'all should just be friends again. Like, are you mad at each other? Blah blah blah, some weird stuff. I said that was it. Leafy stole Donut's diary. Leafy was talking with Fiery in private. Forrest said he could if he called him Foreigner again, because he actually liked that name for some reason. Oh my god. I said skip so many times y'all couldn't even catch on to the story. But whatever. So Leafy went to talk to Forrest private while you were sitting in the corner trying to figure out what the hell was happening. Leafy asked Fiery what was that about. Fiery said what, and the suggestion that Fiery made. Leafy went to check on Fiery, but Fiery wasn't actually budging into the argument. Big surprise. Apparently, Fiery stole Donut's precious diary. Got mad at Leafy and he stole the diary because he stole Dream Island from him, but he didn't really steal, he bought. Well, Lollipop was inside telling Flower that she stole the diary. Lollipop said, yeah, you did. I'm just gonna do a big voiceover, so act like nothing is happening, okay?
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, huh? Yes, you did.
Nope.
Yeah.
Never in a million years.
You did.
No.
Yes, you did.
Oh my
Yes, you
god,
did, bro.
shut up! Teardrop made a diary with killing gelatin in it. Okay, I have to skip because I was just watching and it got distracted. So Fiery actually stole a diary, and well, Leafy said he would cover for him. They hugged, but Fiery burned. He put the diary back, but then X caught him. He went straight to Four and told him. Four scanned his brain. Fiery finally got back in time and told Four to recover Leafy. Four did, and Leafy confessed it was him, which I already know it wasn't. More skip. Four said it was, and they were so broke they couldn't afford a jail. You got up from the corner and hugged Lollipop. Gelatin started doing a dance, saying, "Gelatin and lollipop, gelatin and lollipop, gelatin and lollipop, gelatin." Woody, Blocky, and Fiery got dessert cake, but instead they got half of donuts. But the half cost loss, well, blah blah blah. I'll do episode 23 soon.